So it's gonna be a quick, short video, but I want to put some points to it. One of the points that I want to talk about is how God will ask of you a sacrifice, and usually a sacrifice is right before a reward. It's the first point I want to make. The second point is how you go through processes before you get rewarded. So you go through a building up, and whatever you, whenever you're gonna build up for anything, it, the variables include pressure, warfare, anything that comes against you to break you. God will come afterwards and build you back up stronger afterwards. Think of a structure that's made out of brick. Let's say brick. Let's say something strong like brick. And but you take a sledgehammer, you break it. God comes back afterwards and builds it up with iron, something stronger than brick. And then that structure is made to a place where it can withstand even the worst storms. And so the processes that God will take you through are from different levels. When you're a babe in God, a baby, Christ, Christian, you obviously, God cannot give you more than you can handle, so He'll take you through sessions and stages, and He's done that with me, in the ways of, going through things with my kids, with my marriage, with pretty much everybody. Like, I don't have a circle. I don't have friends. I don't. I don't. I can't even think that I have a friend. I have acquaintances. I have people that I know. I have people that I shake hands. I say hi you know. But one of those things that you go through the process, it starts to show you like dependable people are not everywhere. Trustworthy, faithful people are not everywhere. And so many people can say you have 1,000 friends or 100 friends, but no, you don't. You just haven't gone through the process yet to really figure that out for yourself. But that's the couple points that I wanted to make. But really, I wanted to tie it all together with saying that everything has a purpose, to it, because even when you're going through hard times and this and that, Romans 8:28 says that God will come and then He'll restore you. You know what I mean? And not only that, but He'll take evil and use it for good. Is what it says, and so He'll just build you back up, man. And so that's something good that we could hold on to, saying that okay, everything's going wrong right now, but after everything goes wrong and it's all complete, the destruction is not going to stay destroyed. God will take all that material and build you up grander and greater than what you were before. That's the strongest people in this world that rule and reign over other people. The leaders of this world are all tough, strong people. People that have gone through processes. People that, they understand what it's like to have hardship and all this stuff. They're heartbroken. They're like all types of violations against them, and yet they overcame them and they became leaders as a result. You know what I mean? And so God will take all of that, and you become wise you become wise, discerning, and fruitful, you know. And there's good leaders and bad leaders. There's bad leaders that work for the devil's side, that they're strong in all the wrong ways. And then there's good leaders that are strong and mighty and powerful, and they choose the way of helping people, blessing people, loving people, and caring for people. They use their strength for those things. And so it's a fight between good and evil, light and darkness. But from this point forward, I ran out of points, and I ran out of almost like direction of where I'm going. So I'm gonna freestyle this. But the video itself is about what God could do with your life if you let Him. If you bring Him into your life, He can take you to places that you couldn't go on your own. That's number one. And number two, God, will restore what the locusts have eaten. In the Bible, it talks about, the years that the locusts had a feast on everything that you had. Like for example, me, like I had many different types of treasures, and they all got eaten up. And eaten up in the sense that it didn't last. It was here one day, it was gone the next. And things that mattered or felt like it had value were like eaten up by these locusts that the Bible talks about. And then the Bible says that God will allow that to happen because it will happen to all of us. But that's the process, so that when you do get a bigger, grander, greater blessing, you understand that nothing lasts forever. You have to be able to treasure it, hold on to it, guard it with your life, and say, man, I'm really gonna look out for this because I understand how quick it can go if I'm not careful. And so I've had, and then I've lost, and I know what it's like to be on both sides. It was Apostle Paul that said that he knew what it was like to have a lot, and knew what it was like to have very little. And so, but that he could do all things through Christ that strengthened him. And so that's the purpose of this video, is to let you know, like, wherever you find yourself in the spectrum, whether on top of a mountain or in the valley, understand that we're all of us, all of mankind, earth. So many people can put on a persona or a charade for other people to try to buy into, but not everybody's on top all the time. I mean, there's millionaires that commit suicide for a reason. It's because they that the materialism and all of that doesn't define whether you're rich on the inside or poor on the inside. There's people that are poor on the inside and have abundance on the outside, and that just tells you that that kind of stuff is not the answer. It's not the key to life itself. Even though the devil wants to masquerade it as it is, it's just not. And so the point of this life is to be happy, content on the inside, satisfied, have a clean conscience, have peace, have direction, have purpose, have meaning, leave a legacy behind, and really help other people, serve other people. And in the same time, you get breaks, you get some feedback, like you get your arm raised as a champion in different segments throughout life, and that defines life for me. You know what I mean? But definitely not treasure on earth. The Bible says, do not store up treasure on earth where moths and thieves can come and steal it and destroy it, but because just have treasure in heaven. By doing good deeds on earth, the currency that you're doing here on deeds, basically in heaven, there's almost like an angel that's storing away treasure for you in this vault, so to speak. And you're just storing it up. When you get to heaven, you got all this to look forward to because of all the good things you did here on earth. And I don't know, how things operate up there, in paradise. But that's what the Bible says, is that we're storing up treasure in heaven. And so I guess there's going to be different levels of how people are going to be living over there in heaven. There's going to be the people that live in large with all the treasure, where thieves are not going to steal. And then there's going to be the people that made it to heaven but they don't have much, and you're going to be able to know them by how much they did here on earth in heaven. That's what that tells me. But just keep the faith, and don't think that your dry season now defines the rest of your life. That's the biggest mistake that we can make, is to think that one segment of our life defines everything. And I've done that mistake, and I'm just letting you know that time, God comes in, and he has a way of giving you strength again. And he changes your feelings on the inside like that. Like, boom, you went from the dumps to all of a sudden you're optimistic. You're like, something changed. Like, I'm in the same circumstance, but I just feel different. I feel like I could get out of this. I feel like this is not going to last a lot longer. I feel like, my breakthrough is around the corner. And then that gives you the strength to say, I'm pressing on. I'm not going to stay in this bed depressed. I'm going to get up. I'm going to go and chill with my friends, so to speak, or whatever. Um, but that's the kind of things. That's how this world operates and originates. Like everybody goes through stuff. And if we did the right thing by each other, we would help each other to get through our hard times. Because if you're up and I'm down, your job is to get me up. Because your being down is around the corner. It's just mathematically, that's what's gonna happen for one reason or another. Because we understand that everybody's gonna die, and so if one of your loved ones dies, you're gonna be down. So we know that this is inevitable, you know, or we understand that things are here today, gone tomorrow. Whether it's materialism, money, or whatever. I mean, nothing is permanent here on earth. So why do we think that because you're up today you can be prideful, or and be haughty and look down on people, when you understand, when you have wisdom and understanding, you understand that that could be you, like tomorrow. Like it doesn't even have to take a long time for that to happen, and like it could happen. That's why humble spirit and humility, walking almost like understanding. You don't just have an understanding spirit of looking at life and understanding how fragile everything is, how vulnerable everything is, how delicate everything else, gives you more purpose and more incentive to be more careful and more decisive with your decisions. You know what I mean? And failure to do so, you will meet those consequences. The consequences are what changes you. The consequences are always there, looking at you in your face, telling you, hey, you have a decision to make. You have this to make a decision with, whether it be money or materialism or your time or your actions or this or that. But understand that only because you get away with it with the law doesn't mean that you get away with it with God. Your conscience would let you know whether or not you're in the right or you're in the wrong. And there is forgiveness and there is grace. But the point is that we live a life that holds water on the inside of us, knowing that we matter and we're important, and we're not just here existing, but we're here making a difference, and we're going somewhere. We're not just here floating around, just kind of like lollygagging, not knowing our left hand from our right hand, up from down. Like we're headed somewhere, and these are the types of questions that you should ask yourself. Like, where are you headed? Like, what's your goals and stuff like that? And is it benefit? Is it a goal just that fulfills you, or is it a goal that really complements other people's lives? Because let me just tell you this, and I'm gonna end this video. The key to success / happiness is helping others, fulfilling other people's dreams, really blessing other people. That in turn blesses you in ways that so tremendously you can't even put words. You can't even explain it in words, because you just feel so grateful that you were able to help that person. You might have saved that person's life. You don't know. And so that's priceless. That beats buying a Lambo. That beats buying a big old house. That beats everything. I mean, saving a person's life, that's priceless. So think about it, right? God bless you.